Glasses. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Picks and Parlay Power Hour. Today is Wednesday, November 16th. We're going to go over we got an NFL rapid fire for you from Sean Higgs. He's also going to break down Ohio State, Maryland. Cam Ross is going to go over South Florida, Tulsa, San Francisco 49ers, and the Arizona Cardinals. Dan the Man Kaiser, otherwise known as the other Dan Campbell, because I like to call him Dan Campbell, even though his real name is Dan Kaiser. He's going to go over San Diego State, New Mexico, and the Raiders, Broncos matchup. And then we got with Thursday Night Football, we got 3 props from Nick Earl, and we're going to talk Texas, Kansas. All of that in one show. You're welcome. Don't forget to check out nohouseadvantage.com. They are changing the game, offering the most dynamic fantasy sports platform available today. NoHouseAdvantage.com. All you got to do is sign up. Use the promo code when you do, PNP, at NoHouseAdvantage.com. You can download it on all the app stores. Use it when you get a first deposit match up to $50 when you sign up with NoHouseAdvantage.com. All right, let's get into this. Let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend himself. Talk some college football action for you Saturday the 19th. Ohio State. Not the best Ohio football team. That is labeled as the Ohio Bobcats. This is not to be confused with them. This is the Ohio State Buccaneers at Maryland.
The Buccaneers?
The Buccaneers, the Buckeyes. Higgs, take it away.
Oh, man.
Save me, Higgs.
How can I save you with this Terp helmet? It's absolutely terrible.
I don't know. I
punch
can't
my
find
screen.
a better one. The graphics suck on this.
Oh, my goodness.
Who designed this? Who in Maryland
know.
said, I'm just going to do this?
Can we just get a gray helmet with a turtle on it, like put his dukes up or something? Nice and simple. What is
like
this?
A sea turtle?
Terrible. I don't know. Listen, you know what? Maryland's got no fight in them anyway. We're going under. They can't fight for a good helmet. Why are they going to fight on the field? 53-10 the last 2 weeks. I mean, shut out by Penn State. Lockley is terrible versus ranked teams in the Big Ten. The guy is 1-10 against the spread against ranked Big Ten teams. Terrible. And, Ohio State.
Charles Barkley, terrible.
Yeah, terrible. Now, listen, the Buckeyes have, not the Buccaneers, not the Buccaneers, the Buckeyes, they have a little game on deck against Michigan. Not that I think they come in and totally run a vanilla bland offense, but let's be honest. They're going to do what they got to do. This will be 44-10 or something like that. This is just way too many points here. I don't see Ohio State. They want to be in the groove going into Michigan, but it's not like they want to risk something bad happening. So will they score 40? Probably. Yeah, I could see that. But where's the offense from Maryland coming? 23-10. They lost at Wisconsin. Wisconsin? Okay. Under.
Wisconsin.
Under. Yeah. Again, I think this is going to be like a 44-10 type kind of game here. Lockley has no answer to good teams that he faces here. So Ohio State, I don't want to say it's a wrap because I want the under, but they should take care of business, but under the 64.5.
So we're not concerned too much with the look ahead spot against Michigan. I think I agree. I think they get up early and often and
exactly
kind of lay off a little bit.
It's a look ahead for the fact that you don't want to just not do nothing and then eke out some kind of game here. Because let's be honest, for both of these teams, Michigan or Ohio State, they can't come in and be like, oh, we just have to win this game because we have a bigger one on deck. Say you lose that game. Whoever loses that game is going to come into this game and be like, we cannot not overlook this team. Because then all of a sudden the community's going to be like, well, you barely beat this team by 6 points. They got to win fairly convincingly, but they don't want to risk somebody getting hurt as well. So I think it's going to be a typical, like one of their games, 44-13, something like 64. We're not getting anything from Maryland.
That's fair. We'd be lucky to get 10. To be honest with you, I'm 100% on board with you here. Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power Hour is brought to you Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Now, let's get into this. We got a NFL rapid fire, and I'm excited. I'm usually behind the scenes doing these with you, and I wanna talk trash all the time when I disagree with you. But lately you've been on the Lions, so you've been actually picking good football. I'm just kidding. Sean Higgs is crushing the NFL, folks. If you haven't noticed, in picksandparlays.net, crushing NFL. So I'm excited for 5 games, 5 minutes-ish. First one, Bears, Falcons, -3, over under 50.
Yeah. Well, you didn't like me last week because I had the Bears blowing a double-digit lead there. And we'll talk about your Lions later on in the show. But I'll take the Bears here. Falcons can't stop anything. The offense is putzing around, and you have to like what you've seen out of the Bears last few weeks. They're putting up 30 points. I'm going to take the Bears +3 until no one stopped Fields yet. I don't expect one of the worst offenses, one of the worst defenses, I should say, in Atlanta to do that here. So indoor game for Fields. Let's go. Give me the Bears.
I like the Bears.
I would
also like the over.
Yeah, the lines come down a little bit here, but I still like Chicago.
That's fair. All right, next game up, Panthers. Carolina Panthers at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens a big favorite at -12, over under 42. We're going with this one.
Yeah, I like the Ravens. I actually just did this on the Win a Free Pick video page. Ravens, whether you want to go first half, full game, I think it is a Ravens, no doubt route here. You got a interim lame duck coach here for Carolina. Baker's back. Okay, Baker. I think the Ravens have faced Baker Mayfield maybe once or twice. They kind of know what kind of guy he is.
Yeah, a little bit.
Off a bye week, who's ever banged up, you're going to get guys back. That only helps this team. They're going to get in a groove. Pulling away late. Come on. What's Carolina? How's Carolina scoring? Who's scoring at Carolina?
I don't know what. Yeah,
this could be like 30-6. I don't. It's going to be.
It's going to be bad.
The Ravens right to score. I don't see how they don't win by 2 touchdowns at least. I mean, I want to say 20. I mean, I don't think how's Carolina scoring 10, 14 points? I don't see it.
I agree. In Baltimore as well. Let's go. Eagles -6.5 at the Colts. Colts are just, I don't, Jeff Saturday comes in and he says, hold my beer, gets off the couch and coaches them to a win last weekend. Over under is 44. Yeah. What do we do here? I mean,
listen, we did this on Monday and I thought the line was 8. We had to go back and look. It came down to 6.5.
Yeah.
And I had Vegas on Sunday thinking, because I had the Colts the week before thinking, I got Taylor back. They're going to run the ball all over New England. Colts in the under, easy winner, no offense. And lo and behold, they get smoked. I'm thinking you're bringing a guy literally off of the couch doing, Zoom ESPN.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Hi. Sam Ellinger's our quarterback. No, he's not. Here comes Matt Ryan, a nice wily veteran off the bench, Super Bowl experience. Here comes Jonathan Taylor, comes out like he's Muhammad Ali or Willis Reed out of the rafters, coming to save the season, 150 yards rushing. Where was this before? They literally, it's like these guys come out.
Wright?
Yeah, Frank Wright. They told him to bench the guy, and then no, come on in and get a win. Listen, if we've seen anything out of the Eagles the last 2 weeks, is they could be run on, right? And I had the Eagles against Houston laying 9.5, whatever it was on that early number. They can't stop a run. They lost their guy in the middle. They give up runs.
Yeah.
Colts, as bad as they've been, they play a little defense, and with Taylor there, he's decent. Matt Ryan's the guy's basically a borderline Hall of Famer. I'll take my shot. It's 6.5. The masses are going to be running to bet the Eagles. They just got to win by. They're off a loss. Oh my God, no way they can lose 2 in a row. Give me the Colts. Colts money line. These guys beat the Chiefs.
I'm on the Eagles. I'm on the Eagles. Of course I am. Of course I am.
That's why I'm on this side, the capper side, and you're on the host side.
This is why I'm hosting.
You want to take a 6.5. It looks so easy, Lenny.
The Colts got up for one game. They got up for one game for Jeff Saturday. Guess what? Today's Monday. This game's over. It's on a Sunday, though. It's not Saturday. It's done. The Colts are done. They won't win another game the rest of the year. I'm riding on the Eagles. I
got the pen out for that one. Never another game.
Never another one. They're the worst team in franchise football history. They're the worst team on I've ever assembled in Indianapolis as a Colt. I'm telling you, it's a bad team. Also, this is a Sunday night matchup. In this game, I'm actually looking forward to for real. Chiefs -6.5 at the Chargers. Over under is 50. I'm on the same side as you as this, and I'm not saying that just because I wasn't on the same side as you as the last game.
Yeah, I like the under here. I mean, the Chargers are just a mess. We talk about. You don't know who's playing.
Talk about a mess.
Who's wide receiver? Are we going to have a wide receiver back? Is Allen playing? Is Mike Williams? You have no idea what's going on. And on top of that, you got, they love Herbert out there. And I think the kid's great, right? Listen, against Kansas City, they've got, I think, 2 wins, 3 losses, I think 2 games in overtime. There's like a 1-point game. They play these tough when Herbert's there. But that's when he has guys trying to catch the ball. Who's there to catch the ball for him? The coach is terrible. He's thrown 8 touchdowns and 5 interceptions the last 7 games. So he's good for a pick and an int every game, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And Kansas City, Listen, no slip up now. Bills choked it away. Here's your 1 seed.
They're giving it to you.
Championship goes through Kansas City, and they know these guys play them tough. I'm sure Andy Reid's going to be like, listen, these guys always play us tough. We cannot put our, take the foot off the gas here a little bit.
No.
And we saw Kansas City. I had them. I saw them dismantle this 49er team, 43-20 in San Francisco, and the Chargers couldn't do nothing against them. Right. So, give me the under here. Chargers, no offense, and Kansas City, let's go. They got a lot to play for now.
All right, let's move on to the marquee matchup of the year. The Detroit Lions on a 2-game win streak against the New York Giants. Giants -3, over under 45.5. I am on the same page as you.
What is up with this line here? Now I had the Lions. I faded your Lions last week thinking they don't play good outside. They don't play good, and yet somehow they
first road win in 2 years.
Yeah, they were 0-11. I'm like, last time I saw them outside, they lost 26-0 in New England. And I thought, how they stop in field? Because usually the defense was bad, and you got 3 turnovers against Rodgers there in the red zone. This game here, I like the under because that okay. So now you're 1-11-1 on the road. I'm not buying Goff on the road, but also, why is this a 3? As much as that Eagle line looks like, hey, let's take the Colts. How are we not taking Detroit here? What is this about?
This is suspicious as hell.
The head coach for the Giants has done a tremendous job. How the heck is this line 3? Listen, I'm going to lean to the dog.
The Lions can't stop the run. Saquon Barkley should have a day.
Exactly.
But
whatever. I'm going under here.
No, yeah.
I'm going under. Ugly unders. Here we go. Unders in the Northeast in November.
There you go. Guys, that's been a Power Hour rapid fire NFL version for you from Sean Higgs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Higgs, I appreciate it, my man. We're going to move on. We'll see you on the next one, buddy. Take care.
Adios.
All right, guys. Next up on the slate, we got Cam Ross coming in, talking some South Florida, Tulsa, and the 49ers, Arizona. Cam Ross, what's happening, my man?
What's going on? Just in line at this school, waiting to pick somebody up and go back home. I'm telling you, yeah.
Not damn kids. All right, let's talk some Friday college football. South Florida at Tulsa. Tulsa's -13, over-under is 58.5. Talk to me. Are we riding high in Tulsa, or are we a little worried about South Florida at all?
No, we are not worried about South Florida at all. Like, at all.
Okay.
Kind of. But, Tulsa is not, an elite top-tier team. They're not going to make the playoffs. So, just if you have that on your ticket, crumble it up. These are 2 of the worst teams in all of college football. And the commission stuck them in on a Friday night to just try to mull it over to get it out of the way. Both of these teams are terrible, but I think this is more of a pride game for Tulsa. Believe it or not, Tulsa has a better offense and a slightly better defense. South Florida's giving up a 40 ball every game. The over is worth a look here, but I don't trust the offenses enough to do the over. But I think Tulsa at home, this is a pride game, win the game. I think Tulsa's going to come into this game focused and locked in. They want to leave no doubt against South Florida, who is, again, one of the worst teams in the country. So I am going to take Tulsa to cover the 2 touchdowns.
All right, I like it. We're going to roll Golden Hurricane -13 on Friday night matchup with some college football. 2 terrible teams, but Friday night lights. I mean, let's go. Love the college football on Friday, right? Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power Hours brought to you Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, we're going to move into the NFL. A little Monday night football action. Niner gang is in Arizona, -8 for the Niners. Over-under is 43.5. Talk to me about this Monday night matchup. Where do I go with this? What do I do?
Yeah, I think Arizona's been one of the biggest disappointments in the league this year. They had a stellar year last year. They got pretty much everybody back. I know DeAndre Hopkins was not there for the first couple of weeks, but even since his return, there hasn't been anything crazy to, really get on board with. The Cardinals are really, really beat up. Zach Ertz is still out. Matt Prater, their kicker, is on the injured reserve. Kyler is questionable for this game. So, where are the points going to come from for Arizona? But then at the very same time, on the other side, San Francisco is winning, but they are not an offensive juggernaut. San Francisco
they're not.
San Francisco doesn't care if they win by 1,000 or by 1. Just get the win. And San Francisco hasn't been crazy efficient, and they haven't been really impressive to me this year. And with all the injuries on the Arizona side, I think 43.5 is far too much. So I'm going to actually go under on Monday Night Football this week.
I know primetime unders are a thing for sure, but I gotta first. I like San Francisco in this matchup. I like the sides San Francisco. I just think Arizona. First of all, Arizona's terrible at home. I don't like them at home. They're way better on the road. And I think that there's some drama there. Cliff Kingsbury's not the answer in Arizona. Said at the beginning of the year. So I like it. I like San Francisco to run away with this shit. I'm just telling you right now. I like it to run away with this. But I'm a McCaffrey fan too. I hope I'll probably be on some props for this game.
Sounds good. I just San Francisco just doesn't score the ball in bunches, and I just don't see anywhere where the Cardinals points are going to come from.
No, I agree. Listen, it's like a 21-10 type game. And when I say like run away with it, I think they cover something like that. Maybe 24 something. I don't know if Arizona gets
7, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Something weird. Like I think last week's game in Arizona, Arizona, whatever. I think they played the Panthers. It was like 25, something like 25-18 or some 15 or some weird shit. So exactly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell for notification. Power hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Cam Ross, I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. We'll see you on the next one.
See you later.
Take care. All right, guys, we're not done yet. Dan Kaiser is in the house to talk San Diego State and New Mexico and the Raiders and the Broncos. So let's bring him in now. Dan Kaiser, how we doing, my friend?
Hey, it's always good after a Sparty win. So
I didn't want to bring it up. I'm glad you did, but go green, go white. Outright.
Well, before we start get off in like some college football, just a little tip of the hat to all things Izzo.
Yes, Tom, friend of the program, appreciate you. Friday Night Lights, San Diego State minus 14.5 at New Mexico. Over unders 38.5. Is this too many points for San Diego State to cover?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I think the only gamblers will be interested in this game because I don't even think the fans are interested in this game. And it is a lot. And it is a lot of points. But if you look at some stuff on paper here, San Diego State's 4-1 straight up in their last 5, 8-0, their last 8 straight up against New Mexico. New Mexico's 0-7 in their last 7, 0-5 against the spread in the last 5. They've lost 10 straight conference games. They've got the worst offense, one of the worst offenses in the country. They've not scored a touchdown in 4 games. They're 129th out of 131 teams in scoring offense in the country. The last 4 games, they've been outscored 124-45. Everything says San Diego State, but we are gamblers, so there's important numbers we have to look at. New Mexico's 12-4 against the spread in the last 16 against San Diego State. They're 6-1 ATS at home against San Diego State. I don't know what it is with this team, but they seem to play San Diego State tougher than they can play anybody else. I'm going to take the 14.5 in New Mexico.
I'll tell you, it's at home. I'm going to give me the home dog. Give me the points here all day with the Lobos. I'm going to take them with the points. I think this game is probably decided by a touchdown, maybe 10 at most. Either way, and I might get goofy and throw a little sprinkle on the money line here. I really like New Mexico here. I know we're getting crazy now. We're getting crazy, but
hey, don't let that Spartan win go to your head.
I know. All of a sudden I know what I'm talking about, right? Guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, let's get into the NFL. Raiders, Broncos, minus 2.5. Over-unders 41.5. This is a great, just matchup. If you would have thought about this at the beginning of the year, you would have thought, oh, my God, this is going to be a great game. Nope.
Yeah,
nope. Just no. Talk to me about this game.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, this could be one of the games like you could have come down to like deciding
might have had some playoff potential here in this game.
Playoff potential, deciding that division. These two teams
right
had a lot of expectations coming in. Russell Wilson's been terrible for the Broncos. I mean, the Raiders' big splash in Devontae Adams. I think somebody ought to put him and Derrick Carr in a room together, so they know that they're on the same team. Because it seems like a lot of
introduce them.
Yeah, because it seems either Devontae Adams has a huge game or he's non-existent,
or they lose.
Well, they just lose anyway. But
yeah, I mean, just like they can't do it nothing.
And you got two coaches here that are feeling a lot of pressure. I think it's going to be an ugly game. But I mean, right now, you just can't trust the Raiders. You can't trust the Raiders to stop anybody. They've been blowing a lot of leads. You listen to that Derek Carr post-game thing, and so I don't know what to think about that team in the locker room, on the field. Broncos, at home. I'm gonna delay the 2.5 and take the Broncos.
That's fair. I looked at this game and I said nope, just nope. Not even a little bit. Not today.
So
not today, Satan. Not today.
So you gave it to me to do.
Yep, 100%. I didn't want nothing to do with it. This is you nailed it right on. You can't trust the Raiders to do anything. You don't know which team shows up. And Denver, the only thing good about them is their defense, and it's been suspect at times too. And I don't know. I mean, is Russ cooking a Lunchable or is he making a 3-course meal? I don't know what he's cooking this Sunday. And I don't think Russ does either.
I don't think he does either at all.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised it's not on Thursday Night Football. It's so bad.
I think you should call catering this week.
Yeah, exactly. Call catering, my friend. All right, we're taking the Broncos minus the 2.5. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell for notification. Power Hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Dan Kaiser, I appreciate you, man.
Yep.
As always, go green, go white. Sparty on, my friend.
Sparty on.
All right, we're going to move into – we got a little college football left, so we'll talk some Texas, Kansas. And then we're going to break down some Thursday night football props because props has been where it's at. So we're going to bring in Nick Earl from Earl Sports Bets. My friend, how are you doing?
Doing good.
All right, let's talk Kansas. Texas at Kansas. Saturday matchup, over under 63.5. Texas favored by 9. Are we believing in these Longhorns? What are we doing here?
Yeah, these Longhorns burnt me last week because I think I thought last week that was a trap, giving TCU a full touchdown. Like I just thought that there was an undefeated team, number 4 in the nation. You were getting a full touchdown. I thought, okay, Texas was the clear and obvious play in that one, and it wasn't. Both these teams are bowl bound.
It was really weird that line. Not to interrupt.
Yeah, that was a weird line, but yeah, both these teams are bowl bound now. Kansas for the first time in I don't know how many years that they're going bowling, so that's kind of cool for them. And one thing that I looked at this game, my projection, I had this game around 61. So this game, I'm going to play the under 63.5 in this game. Last week we saw Ewers and this Texas offense get shut down, and I think that it won't. I don't know if it'll happen again. Get shut down, because I do think Texas wins this game, and I think that number is about right. I had it around 8.5, 9. So there was no value on the side. A little bit of value here on the total. Taking a couple points of value and taking this game under. Look for this to be this game to get into the 50s, and that's probably about it. Like a 27-24 type of game.
I was just going to say, I see it getting in the 50s, mid-50s. I don't see it hitting 60. I think both teams are going to, I don't want to say not try and win, but they're not going to go all out. This isn't a playoff game for them or anything like that. And so both teams have made a bowl game. Both teams want to win, but I think it could be a little bit closer. But I think Texas first half might be a play for me. And then they kind of get up and leave, let off the gas a little bit. So I like your under though at 63.5. I like that a lot. So there we have it. Saturday matchup in Texas Longhorns, Kansas Jayhawks. We're going to go under 63.5. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power Hour is brought to you Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. All right. Thursday, this is my favorite time of the week because Nick Earl hates Thursday night football props so much, but he only hates them because he's good at them. So here's what we're going to do. Thursday night football props. I need 3 prop bets from you from the Tennessee Titans at the Green Bay Packers game. In that game, I think Packers favored by 3-ish. Chop your lines. Over under 41. Can Tennessee do anything in this game? I mean, we saw the Packers last week. Is that the best that they're going to do? It's just like they peaked. It's just going to be downhill for them, right?
Yeah, these are 2 teams that have made me money the last couple of weeks because I had Green Bay plus 10 and a hook against Buffalo. I had them outright against Dallas last week. And the Titans I've had the last 3 weeks. The Titans have been good, and they've been winning, and they've covered.
They're 6-3 in the top of their division, and they're
nobody's
nobody's really talking about them.
Yeah, ever since getting blown out against against Buffalo, they've covered every single game. I'm on the money line for the Tennessee Titans in this game, and I'm on the under 41. And this is what makes getting props for Thursday night football so much fun. It's because Thursday night football sucks. They need to implement bye weeks before and after or something along those lines, so they have a full week, more than just 3 days to prepare for these games because these games are hot garbage. That's why I love unders in these games. But looking at the spot here, last week we finally had a touchdown for the Titans that was not scored by this guy named Derrick Henry. Previous to that, they had, I believe he accounted for like 8 straight touchdowns for this team. Mm-hmm. And the last time before that was that someone else scored a touchdown was in that October 23rd game in week 7 against the Colts. Like, it was that long ago since someone other than Derrick Henry, and this team does not throw the ball. So, and one thing I saw is Green Bay is very susceptible to the run. They give up 140 rushing yards per game so far this season. So I'm on Derrick Henry over 102 rushing yards. This guy last week snapped his streak of over 100 yards in like 7 straight games. He's been an absolute animal this year. I also took plus 430, not the greatest price, but if the Titans are going to score the first touchdown, it's going to be Derrick Henry. That's just the way it is. He's usually somebody here. So plus 430, if you're looking for a little bit of a nice little price tag there, Derrick Henry to score the first touchdown in this game. And then usually a props I'll look for in Thursday night games because I like the unders, so I think turnovers will happen. I think offensive ineptitude can happen as well. Aaron Rodgers to throw an interception. I don't mind taking Ryan Tannehill as well to throw an interception. I think that's a decent look as well.
Yeah.
But I took him to throw an interception in this game as well. I think that's going to be a low-scoring game, and the Titans win this game outright. I got him at plus 140, so that's kind of where I was going with this game.
I do like that. I like all 3 of these props, actually. I think Derrick Henry has a good day. There's definitely a swing right there at first touchdown, plus 430. I'll take that swing. Aaron Rodgers, Tannehill, both throw pick. I mean, that's just a Thursday night automatic bet for me. Is
one thing I would be worried about with Tannehill throwing a pick, and that's why I didn't give it out here, is because the Tennessee Titans have turned into a military academy offense where all they do is run some more. So this team, I'd be surprised and maybe take Tannehill's passing yards under or his pass attempts under because I don't think he throws more than 20 times in this game.
Here's the thing: he's
just run, and that's one thing I was wrong about with the Titans at the beginning of the year because I thought they were going to be bad because they don't have a receiving core. They don't have a receiving core, but they're able to run the ball to make up for that. So that's one thing I would worry about when it comes to Tannehill's interception problem. Is him not throwing the ball enough to do that.
He's thrown the ball. I just did the math. 182 times this year, 114 out of 182. In 9 games, he's thrown the ball a little over 20.2 times a game. That's not a lot. Throwing the ball 20 times a game. He's only got 1,352 yards for 9 games, a little over 100-yard average. He's thrown 8 touchdowns and 3 picks. That's a great. 9 games, only three picks. That's really good. 8 touchdowns, that's not so much. They don't throw the ball that much. Meanwhile, Derrick Henry averages 1 touchdown a game. They played 9 games. He's got 9 touchdowns. You know what I mean? He's just like that guy. They're going to run the ball with him, I should say. So And that's their game plan. And we kind of saw that at the beginning of the year, and we were like, you know what? They need to stop throwing the ball, run the ball. And they are like a military academy, like you just said. That's a great point. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the Power Hour. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Power Hour is brought to you Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Till then, we're going to take Derrick Henry first touchdown score, Derrick Henry over rushing yards, and Karen Rodgers' throw a pick. Interception plus 152. Go Michigan State. Go green, go white. That's the only green we root for on this show. Other than that, good luck unless you're against me.
And go Giants this week. Beat them little kitty cats from Detroit.
That's going to do it for us, guys. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Good luck unless you're against me.